It is always a tough decision to make whether you should buy or rent a house. So, in this episode, we will try to help you make that tough decision. So, by the way, this is K Properties, and this is our first episode of our new series here in our YouTube channel where we talk about tips on buying your dream house and also some money tips on how to save, earn, and invest your money the right way. So, continuing on with the topic on whether you should buy or rent a house. So, choosing whether to buy or rent a house is frequently a hard and major decision in our lives. Whichever option you choose depends entirely on your lifestyle and financial situation, and even the situation that you have with your family right now, with how many kids you have, how many kids you're planning to have, your hobbies, and everything about your life. So whether you decide to buy or rent a house, they both require a regular income so you can afford the payments and associated costs like taxes. For example, if you're buying a new house, maintenance, and they may also require a certain degree of effort to maintain your house. There are some major differences between buying or renting a house. Renting a property doesn't come with all the responsibilities tied up with owning a house, and you have more flexibility as you aren't tied down to your property. Buying and owning a house will cost big and so much bigger than renting a house at upfront and in the long run, but it also pays off much bigger in the long run, knowing how much growth there is in real estate. So we all know that housing prices, the prices of the land right now is exponentially growing. So that's one major advantage of owning a house. Owning a house is sometimes not really better than renting, and yes, sometimes even renting is not better than owning a home. So it just depends with what you are planning and what you have essentially. So here are some key takeaways between buying or renting a house. Number one, buying and renting is similar in a sense that both provide you with a place to live. So that is the most important part about this. We all want a nice place to live, and primarily it depends on our plan, on what we can afford, and especially for the young ones, if you want to be more flexible about where you live, and especially for those couples who keep on moving from different countries, different places. So renting a spot is the best choice for you. Number two, renting offers flexibility as you can move out to better houses if you are done with your contract. Rental contracts are flexible as some offer yearly, some even offer semi-annual, and on some rare occasions, the owner even offers monthly contracts. Again, that is quite rare because most owners want to rent out their place yearly. That is like to avoid the headache, the hassle in finding new tenants. Number three, rental has more predictable monthly expenses as there is already a set of monthly rental fees, and mostly the landlord is responsible for house repairs, or really it depends on what the contract says. So for some occasions, the contract says the tenant will be the one to pay for the repair. So yeah, contracts right now are quite flexible, so it depends mostly on what the tenant and the landlords agree upon. Number four, home ownership brings benefits such as a sense of stability and pride of ownership. So this is fairly common. You see that a lot in social media, especially young couples out there when they have a brand new house turned over. Yeah, they typically post it online. So again, that is the pride of like buying from your pocket. So that, along with the tangible ones of like tax deduction and of course equity. So you could, like, for example, you could loan the house and you borrow money from the bank, and then buy another property that of course you can afford with what you are earning right now. But yeah, maybe we will talk about that, expand about that in another video. So number 5, choosing whether to buy or rent depends mainly on your lifestyle, income, personal, and family goals. So quite understandable right there. Number 6, people think renting is like throwing money away every month. And yeah, I kind of agree with that. That's what we think usually. And yeah, of course, there's some valid point with that one. And yes, it does not provide you with financial growth. You pay monthly rental, and of course that house won't be yours. But remember this, everyone needs a place to live, and that always costs money. So again, the big factor for this one is whether you can afford to pay for a new house. So if you cannot afford it, then you have to rent out a place to live. Number 7, home ownership brings both tangible and intangible benefits. Not only do you have your own home, you can make decisions about the look and the design of the space, but you also get a sense of stability and pride of ownership. Number 8, the overall cost of home ownership tends to be higher than renting, even if your mortgage payment is lower and than the rent. Also, planning to move to another house can be very expensive because a house is an illiquid asset. You have to sell the house first, and one disadvantage of this is you might not be able to sell the house quickly, and especially if you're looking to buy another property and there are like other buyers who wants to buy that property, and you are still waiting for your current house to sell, then that is a big problem. So again, remember, a house is an illiquid asset. But if you don't have this problem, always remember this: real estate is always growing. So there are like charts, studies in the long run that real estate keeps on growing. And yes, there were times that housing prices went down, drastically down in fact, especially in the 2007-2008 housing bubble. Home prices went down big, especially in the US, but I think that in the Philippines it was still quite stable. So, but again, in the long run, if you look at the chart, prices have always been steadily climbing up. Again, nothing goes up in a straight line. And that is why I think buying a house is so much better than renting. That is, of course, if you can afford to buy a house. And that's because when you own properties, you can exponentially grow your net worth. And what's better is if you can buy not just one, but more houses, so that again you could have like chance to buy and sell a house. Again, you could grow your net worth faster that way. So this is my take on buying versus renting a house. What do you think? Should you buy or rent a house? Let me know in the comment section below. So again, this is K Properties. I hope you enjoy this episode, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and also give the video a like, and see you for more videos up ahead. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Bye bye.